Hello folks, hope you're all doing well. First off, if you hear any strange clanking noises coming from behind me, in his own brilliant timing, Fred the cat has once again made an appearance and is busy eating his breakfast, so his collar clanks against his elbow. So if you hear any strange noises behind me, that's what it is. Anyway, here we are, into May already, and what should we start with? The channel. Well, we've hit 1,000 subscribers. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much to everybody who is subscribed. And if you keep your eyes peeled, I think sometime over the next couple of weeks, we'll do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know what the giveaway will be yet. Anybody else who wants to join in, give us a subscribe, please. Hit that little notification bell and the video thing will pop up to tell you when we're going to do that giveaway. Anyway, back to business. April, the month just gone. What can I say? The weather has been absolutely crazy. We've had hardly any rain. I think it's rained twice in the whole month. So we've been in drought-like conditions. Daytime temperatures, beautiful and sunny here today. We'll probably touch under double figures. Overnight has been absolutely freezing. On a few occasions, we've been well into sort of -3, -4, -5 sort of temperatures here. And as such, and like pretty much all of you'll have across most of the UK, I've got a big queue of plants waiting outside in the little mini greenhouses, waiting to go up to the plot. And it gives us this problem that I'm running out of space. The windowsills in the house upstairs, the ones that face sort of south, they're all full of plants. Ones in here, not so bad, but outside, mini greenhouse, it's chock-a-block full of beetroot, lettuce, spinach, flowers, all sorts of stuff. We have got some stuff out, potatoes, onions, broad beans, the rhubarb's obviously always there, the shallots, the garlic's all on the go, but I did think we'd have more out by now, but hopefully into May, next few weeks, things will pick up and we'll get more and more planted out. Anyway, speaking of May, and back to business about what we're going to be planting this month. Where do I start? May. Temperatures are going to pick up. You can pretty much plant what you want. A great time to sow direct because that ground's really starting to warm up, or you can still start them at home in the module trays or whatever and then plant them out. One thing I'm going to do is a little bit of successional sowing. So we've got a lot of lettuce and things on the go and some spring onions. So little gems, big fan of little gems, but they're a hardening lettuce, so it's not a sort of pick and come again sort of job. So I'll be growing some of these, or sowing some of these, ready to replace the ones that are going to go out. So once they get picked, we've got some ready-made ones to replace them. Same with the spring onions. Spring onions are on the go. Once they're picked out the ground, we'll have some more ready just to pop in their place and get going again. So we've got that sort of succession thing going on, and the ground's not sitting there empty being unproductive like it is now because of the weather. Next on the list, we've got some radishes. I was swithering whether to go radish now. I like radish, but I'm not a huge fan of it. We grew some last year, which was this one, the white icicle one, which is great, a little bit milder than some of the sort of darker coloured ones. And we intercropped it with the potatoes, and it worked really well. But when I've put the potatoes out this year, I've got some space in the side of the bed because we're doing the potatoes in the buckets as well. So I've got half a bed that I'm going to do. I'll put the spring onions in actually in there as well. And I'm going to put in some white icicle radish, some black Spanish round radish, and some scarlet globe radish. One thing I don't have here, I think I might have some somewhere. If not, I'm going to order some, is some French breakfast radish. And I've heard that they're really, really great. So we're going to give them a shot as well. And the interesting thing with radish is a bit like chilies, in that the more heat they get, so the warmer it is outside when they're planted, the spicier, the warmer the radish is. So you can grow them in the spring, you can grow them in the autumn, they're a bit cooler, grow them over the summer like we're about to do, and they're going to get a little bit more spicy. But I remember radish is the very first thing I grew in the allotment, because I think I saw a YouTube video once that said it grows really, really quickly. So pop it in, first thing, it'll grow, you'll get a crop, it's dead easy to grow, and we had some great success with it. Next up on the list is peas and beans. So it's getting to that time again for the peas and beans. We're going to do some dwarf French beans here. We'll plant them in. We've got some French climbing beans. The name on the packet is Borlotto Lingua di Fuccio. So hopefully I pronounced that right. It's a French climbing bean with an Italian name. I picked these because they look absolutely brilliant. A sort of white shell with sort of purpley, pinky, reddy sort of speckles all over it. They look brilliant. Never done them before, going to give them a shot this year. And finally, we're getting the peas on the go. I'll do a couple of different things with the peas. These ones here are Kelvin Wonder. We're going to plant them in the toilet roll tubes and then plant the toilet roll tubes into the ground because peas don't like having their roots disturbed. So we don't do them in cell trays or the big sort of gravel trays or anything like that. You can sow them direct as well, but mice and things like that love to come and eat pea seeds. So if you plant them in the ground, just make sure they're protected from mice getting them, or they'll be in there having a good chomp away and you'll wonder where your plants are. The next on the list is sweet corn. May is the month of sweet corn. It even says on the packet, sow between May and May. So we'll be giving that a bash. Sweet corn's another one that doesn't like having its roots disturbed when you're moving it from one place to another. So what I'm going to do is, it's quite a hard seed, you can hear it sort of rattling away there. So I'm going to soak it in sort of lukewarm water, not really cold, not warm, but just sort of in between, just for an hour or two before I pop it in the root trainers. So yeah, but we're going to put it in the root trainers. It's the Hacksnicks ones that we use, so they sort of hinge at the bottom and come together like that. And what that means is if you grow them in there, you can pop the root trainer open and just take the whole module out without having to push it up and out or anything like that, and you're not disturbing the roots, which is important for the sweet corn. Speaking of sweet corn and French beans and things like that, I'm thinking about doing what's known as the Three Sisters, which is where you grow squash or pumpkins, sweet corn and French beans all in the one bed. I snuck some butternut squash in at the tail end of last month, which I didn't put in the video there. That's busy growing away there quite nicely. I'm just thinking the space at the plot and what we've got free in the beds and the plan that we made earlier in the year, I might have to do the Three Sisters just to get it all in the space. So we might give that a bash and we'll see how it works out. But watch out for videos for that coming. Next up, a couple of brassicas. We've got some calabrese. That is just the fancy name for broccoli. So we'll get some of that on the go. We like eating broccoli, big broccoli fans. And some kohlrabi. It's a little bit like a spicy turnip, a little bit smaller. They look great when they grow. They look really cool with the way the stems come out the top. And I like them for sort of snacking on, or you slice them up really thinly, really finely into salads. I don't really cook it into anything, but eating it raw and having that little bit of spice in it is really, really nice. So we'll get some of them on the go as well. Speaking of May, and speaking of sowing things direct, a couple of things we will be sowing direct is golden beetroot. So we've already got the more traditional beetroot on the go there. Some of it was started about 6 weeks ago, and again, some of it about 3 weeks after that. So we've got that successional sowing going on there, so it's not already at the same time. That's more the traditional sort of reddy purpley coloured beetroot that's on the go there, and it'll, to be honest, it'll be going out really soon to get it growing. I'm going to have a whole big bed full of beetroot because we use a lot of it, and I can preserve it really well in the pickle and that. And I'll probably do a video on that at some point about the pickle that we put together. So I'm going to direct sow the beetroot here, the golden one. And I'm probably going to multi-sow as well, so I'll do sort of 2, 3, 4 seeds, depends how many my fat fingers let go at any one time in the drill that I'll put across the bed there, and we'll see how we get on with them. Also going to go direct sow is carrots. I did mention in the April video, depending on the weather, I might sneak some carrot seed in towards the end of the month, but those overnight temperatures have been really, really rough, so we've not done it yet. So start of May, going to get these on the go. 2 different varieties, Autumn King and Flyaway F1. We did the Flyaway F1 last year, and it was brilliant. We didn't have a jot of bother with carrot fly, and we had some great carrots from it. So that'll be the 2 we are doing there. We're going to use a very particular technique for the carrots because of the way we grow. We don't want them to go into lumps and bumps as they go down. So again, there'll be another vid coming on carrots at some point soon. Herbs, going to get some herbs on the go. We've got 2 different types of basil here. We've got the sweet basil that we did last year, that we had loads of it. It was absolutely brilliant. We cooked it into loads of sort of like Italian pastry kind of sauces, and it was fab. A new type of basil here, Siam Queen. Give that a bash, see how it goes. And finally, one we've not tried before, lemon balm. Give that a shot. I think lemon balm is one of those ones that can get a bit rampant if you leave it to its own devices. So we're going to be growing them in pots just to control it, just so it doesn't spread everywhere and start taking things over. Last but not least, and just off camera here, is our selection of flowers for this month. So we've got 3 different types here. I did swither about putting the flowers out because we've got such a backlog and a queue of things waiting to go out. you know, you can go to the garden centre, you can pick up bedding plants pretty cheap. So I thought it's the one thing that we'd maybe just cheat a little bit with and go with bedding plants if we don't have enough room for the flowers, but I think we will do. So the three we're going to go for are Pansy, Cornflower and Nigella. Again, nice big open-headed flowers that the bees can get into. Remember your different size bees, those big bees can't get into your little tight flowers to get the nectar out. So three different ones there, beautiful big bright heads on them, ready for the bees to come and pollinate all our veggies as well. Anyway, that's just about it from me for this one. Hope you've all enjoyed that. By all means, give the channel a subscribe if you like it, or give us a thumbs up and hit that little bell to find out when any more videos are coming out. That is it for now, folks. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.